I'll go next. The Traveler and I went to Party's DI. The situation was a bit complicated, but we found Tainari. Unfortunately, he was wounded during a fight.
Who was behind it?
Well, that's the tough part. What should I say, Traveler? The Fatui or the Balladeer? After some back and forth, we confirmed that the doctor has left Sumeru by boat. He has something urgent to attend to back in Snezhnaya. So, we've successfully removed the doctor from the picture. Also, Tainari's already resting, so he'll be okay.
Good.
Oh, Tainari also asked us to tell you this message. Trust your own senses and experiences.
All right. I'll remember that. Everything also went smoothly on my side. The Eremites should have arrived at their destination by now. To avoid alerting the quarry, they will stay there for now.
I can't believe you actually got so many Eremites into Sumeru City.
It's all thanks to Rahman and his brave team, as well as their bold strategy.
It appears to have been very effective. I'm glad to hear it. Well, is that everything? Okay, this meeting is adjourned.
Huh? Wait, you mean that's it?
Well, what else is there to discuss?
Shouldn't you end with some words of encouragement? You know, to fire us up now?
Personally, I'd rather we all go home and get some rest.
I'll hate them, you... Ugh.
Oh, and if you wanted someone to say something to that effect, then I must reiterate that I'm here to strategize and not to lead. So you should find someone more suitable to do that.
But I thought all of you Academia big shots were great speakers.
Then I should remind you that I'm the scribe.
I know that. So what?
A scribe is responsible for recording meetings, not speaking.
Fine, whatever. Well, Cyno doesn't seem to be much of a talker either. I guess that leaves it to my employer.
Employer?
Yep, the Traveler hired me. That's right. So come on, boss. What do you have to say for the team?
Yeah, say something to boost morale.
Huh? What are you all doing here?
Oh, it's Nilu!
Hey, everyone. I'm not disturbing you, am I?
Not at all. I was actually just about to go find you.
Judging from the group and all your serious faces, you were discussing something important, weren't you? But you also look like you're up to no good. Seems pretty interesting.
Welcome, Nilu. Would you like to join us?
Huh? Join you? You mean, you also want to discuss something important with me?
Yes. Something very important. Nilu, are there any breaks in your performance schedule in the upcoming days?
Huh? Wait, you're seriously inviting me? I can't believe my ears. You are truly the bravest and most passionate people of Sumeru. Well, I've ever met.
Ahem.
Oh, right. The Traveler and Paimon are not from Sumeru, but you are awesome as well.
That's right.
I must admit that I'm a little scared. But I'll try my best for Lesser Lord Kusanali. If I can somehow use my abilities to help you, then count me in.
Remember, believe in yourself.
Okay. I'll get my friends at the Grand Bazaar to help us tomorrow.
Just remember not to say too much. Be discreet.
Yep, you got it.
All the preparations are done. Now, can we finally conclude this meeting?
So, have you thought up what you'd like to say, boss?
Yep. It's a grand plan and we're all super awesome.
Well said. A good night's rest before an operation can be the difference between success and failure.
Thankfully, I've had my place to myself recently. It's been nice and quiet.
Huh?
Oh, nothing.
Alright, let's all go home and get a good night's sleep so we can be up early tomorrow.
Okay. So I guess that means it's time to say goodnight now.
Yep, good night everyone! Today is the Academia's Neogarbaha Day. We can finally put our plan into action.
Hello, you two. Sleep well?
Not really. Paimon got too nervous thinking about today and didn't fall asleep until the sun was almost up. What about you all, Hatham?
Naturally, I slept just fine. After all, a good rest should be considered part of the plan, since energy is an important resource.
You just want to show off how calm you are.
It's crucial to dissipate any tension before we execute our plan.
The only thing you're doing is being annoying.
Anyway, do you need me to go over the game plan again? Our target is Grand Sage Azar's office. Everyone in the Academia knows that's where the Grand Sage's console is. Only they can operate it. Many restricted commands and operations are executed via that console. I'm sure that console has a way to free Lesser Lord Kusanali.
You know, Paimon's been thinking, what kind of technology could let the sages imprison even a god?
That isn't something they could have accomplished with their scholarly talents alone. In the Sanctuary of Suristhana, there's a device of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's that she once used to isolate herself while meditating. 500 years ago, the Grand Sage at the time modified the device so that it could no longer be controlled from the inside. They were effectively trapping one god with the power of another.
So, how are we gonna get to the Grand Sage's office?
Don't forget, today is Nyargarbaha Day, arguably the most important day to the Academia. The sages and core Academia personnel are busy loading the latest batch of research developments and legal decrees into knowledge capsules so that they can be entered into the Akasha. All the Darshan's researchers have their noses to the grindstone, and the Academia's grounds are flowing with all sorts of people. It's the perfect time for an infiltration. When the Grand Sage leaves his office to supervise the entering process, That's our cue to access the console and free the Dendro Archon. Well, yes. That's just the visible side of our plan, after all. If precedence holds, the Academia should have already started preparing for Nyargarbaha Day.
Everyone should be in position. All that's left is for us to lead the charge.
Let's go.
So are we just gonna walk in through the front door, or...?
Yes. Were you expecting a stealthier approach?
Paimon can't think of a good comeback. Alright, it's all on Alhaitham if things go south.
Scribe? Please, wait. Are you Scribe Alhaitham?
That's me. Is something the matter? I'm in a hurry.
No. I was just surprised to see you here. I had heard that the sages were looking for you not long ago, but I didn't know what for. And, also, please don't bring outside guests into the Academia.
Outside guests? How did you arrive at such a conclusion? Your groundless inference shames the Haravatat Darshan.
What did you say? I'm the top student in Haravatat, and I earned 3rd place at the last Inter-Darshan debate. Don't look down on me!
That wasn't my intention. As your Haravatat senior, I just assumed that you possessed a greater aptitude for critical thinking. Look, based on what you already know, the purpose of my return and the reason they're here should be obvious.
Is that so? Wait a moment. Let me think. Don't tell me the answer. The sages search for you. A blonde-haired traveler. Outside guests. So, from the start, the sages weren't looking for you, but this traveler? And you were gone from the Academia for so long because...
Hey, shh. Yes, you've proven yourself as the top student in Haravatat. I surmise you've arrived at the correct conclusion.
As I expected. Please, forgive me. I wasn't thinking clearly just now. Thank you for getting me back on track.
It's nothing. We'll be on our way then.
All right. Thank you for your contributions to the Academia, Scribe.
What the heck just happened now? What did he just guess?
I'm afraid I don't know either.
You have no idea?
Mm-hmm. He convinced himself of whatever truth he came up with. That is the so-called pride of a scholar. If someone questions their academic facility, they will instantly feign understanding to keep up appearances. Nowadays, the Academia is rampant with this type of scholar. Their obvious farces of intellect only serve to highlight themselves as fools.
Wow, so there are special ways to deal with smart people. We don't even need to make up our own excuses.
We shouldn't waste any more time. It would be problematic if we missed our window of opportunity. Let's go.
Is this the Academia's library?
Indeed. Known as the House of Dana, it is quite possibly the most extensive special collections library in Teyvat.
There are a lot of students going through here. Is it really okay just to waltz right in?
The Academia marches to a fast beat, especially since it's Nagarbaha Day. They're all occupied with their own matters. Just act natural. Now, hurry along.
What's this platform for?
It's a lift that Academia personnel use to access higher floors.
Are we gonna take it then? The Grand Sage's office is up there somewhere.
No, not right now. We can't guarantee that we won't run into the Great Sage. Let's step back and observe for now.
You think the Grand Sage will exit from there? And after he does, we'd sneak past him? Oh, Paimon thinks that's really dangerous.
Who knows? However, if we can confirm Azar's current location, our operation will be much safer if we...
Allow me to offer you a hint. If you wish to know his location, look behind you.
What's Grand Sage Azar doing here?
Do not tell me you believed the Academia would not grow suspicious of you after such a prolonged absence, scribe. An eyewitness had informed me of your whereabouts, so I came to personally welcome you.
Great Sage, I didn't expect you to care so much about me. I'm truly flattered.
I'm sure, but compared to you, I am far more interested in these two unexpected guests. You are the Traveler and Paimon, correct? It's a pity that only now have I been afforded the opportunity to formally meet two of Sumeru's most esteemed guests. I do apologize for my... Excellent. You immediately initiated discussion instead of attempting to prepare some perfunctory excuse. You clearly understand the situation at hand, and have no intention of making a reckless stand. The foot traffic here renders this place unsuitable for discussion. Please, follow me to my office.
This place is crawling with guards. There's no way out for us.
All right then, Traveler. What did you wish to discuss with me? Today is Nagarbaha Day, so I still have many responsibilities to attend to. There is little time for idle chit-chat before I detain you all. You seem to know quite a bit about our endeavors. If that is so, then you should be praising our great work, rather than using your trivial misgivings in a futile attempt to sway me.
Trivial?
Then tell me, what do the Fatui want from me? Worthless. Those are all completely worthless. Benefits, divine power. These materialistic words do nothing but debase our great work. Creating a god. Yes, we are using human wisdom to create a god. If humanity cannot attain omniscience and omnipotence, then we shall create a god to reveal them. This is the pinnacle of human wisdom. We shall regain a god's guidance at long last. No longer will we flounder in the interminable void of consciousness and knowledge. Even Irminsul will be freed from its plight. For our nation of scholars, this is the ultimate aspiration. No cost is too great to realize it. You will never understand the rapture of having a god be born within your very hands. With your degree of knowledge, you cannot even comprehend such an emotion. Gods exist on a plane that far eclipses humanity's. Lesser Lord Kusanali, what can she even do? Care for the people? Fend off sandstorms? Fabricate silly fairy tales? These are but child's play for the academia. Does that make us equal to the gods? We are a people favored by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Though I may have personally not seen it, our forefathers bore witness to true wisdom. The ascension of the Lesser Lord has brought nothing but bewilderment to the scholars. They all ask, is that truly what true wisdom is supposed to look like? With that in mind, it is better to keep her isolated in the sanctuary of Suristhana, so our academy will not become embroiled in turmoil.
What a pathetic justification! Do you really think that only the super smart or powerful should be able to call themselves—
As per your judgment, Grand Sage, they are indeed dangerous individuals. Not only are they acting against the academia, but their ideologies have the potential to lead scholars astray. Looks like there really was merit in my assignment.
Oh, Hatham? Are you talking about us?
Anyway, I've brought them to the academia as ordered, but it took some time and trouble. Oh, that reminds me. Here's the investigation report you had requested. It's a summary of my time spent with the Traveler, an array of information about him ready for your perusal.
Oh, Hatham! So you're still on the academia side! We finally started to trust you!
Excellent. Detailed contents with no errors. I would expect nothing less than an immaculate report from the scribe. As it is Niagarbaha Day, I'll enter the information on you into the Akasha. Surely you know what that means.
We'll be monitored, just like Sino.
With the Akasha's calculation prowess, all of your actions will be predicted with an accuracy of at least 98%. Furthermore, your data will be updated in real time whenever new information presents itself. To put it into words you can understand, wherever you go, you will be walking under an invisible leash. This is Sumeru's greatest. Are you not familiar with the concept that great responsibility begets an equally great suspicion? In any case, you are Sumeru's most concerning external variable. Locking you down will greatly decrease the chance of any undesirable outcomes coming to pass.
You're despicable!
Despicable? Perhaps from your perspective, but I suppose you had mentally prepared yourselves for this, no? Your ploy was to sacrifice the Traveler here, was it not?
Lord Azar, I know what you're trying to say, but I've been following your plan this entire time. Why are you doubting me at this juncture?
Must I delineate your entire plan? Very well, I will spell things out. First off, I received an eyewitness report that you were spotted with the Traveler at Caravan Ribat. However, you immediately departed for the desert and escaped surveillance range. Judging by the time, you all likely encountered the truant General Mahamatra in the desert. Am I correct?
Maybe Paimon shouldn't have mentioned Sino just now.
The Academia had not received correspondence from its scribe for a prolonged time. You were also in the company of the Traveler, a close associate of Lesser Lord Kusanali and General Mahamatra Sino, who had defected from the Academia. With their instigation, what was the probability that you would betray the Academia? Rationally speaking, 50%? 70%? What do you think?
Regardless, that's only a guess. The facts are that I've brought the Traveler right before you, and I gave you my report.
Indeed, your boldness deserves praise. To think that despite status as an outlander, the Traveler is still willing to sacrifice for the sake of your plan. If I'm correct, you have a contingency plan to save Lesser Lord Kusanali and ruin our great work. Sneak into the Academia on Niagarbaha Day, using Alhaitham's status as the scribe, for there is a good chance that an opportunity to save the Lesser Lord will arise. Should your intentions be discovered, Alhaitham will turn traitor and sacrifice the Traveler, thus proving his innocence. He can then stay inside the Academia and continue searching for a way to proceed forward. As for Sino, according to the Akasha's calculations, he will soon return to the Academia and confront me in person. I suppose this is also a part of your plan?
You'll see me as a traitor regardless of what I say, no? Even if you impugn me, it would have little effect on you all.
You misunderstand. Losing our scribe would irreparably damage the Academia's regular operations and the development of Sumeru's future academic systems. However, under the current circumstances, even that is trivial compared to what we stand to gain from our great work.
You said that I betrayed the Academia, but you, Azar, you've betrayed all of Sumeru, betrayed its archon.
So flight has turned to fight at long last. Guards! Well, what do we have here? So you stole that divine knowledge capsule?
Traitor! You traitor!
Even the most rational scholar will yearn for the power of a god in a moment of desperation. Aren't you doing the exact same thing as me, Alhaitham? Unfortunately for you, no god will lend you their power.
Azar!
He has gone completely insane. Take him to the Matra and exile him to Aru village. Then find someone to take these two to the confinement room. I'll deal with them later.
Grand Sage, we've finished all required preparations for Nyagarbha Day. We may begin to enter the capsules now.
Excellent. You may begin.
Don't lock us up! Let us out! Wah! Oh, yeah. Paimon got a bit carried away there. How was Paimon acting just now? Great, huh? Everything's made it into confinement, and Alhaitham's probably done with his part too. We even managed to trick Grand Sage Azar. Alhaitham sure knows how to cook up a plan. What are we doing next? Paimon has trouble remembering things when she's worked up. Right. Paimon thinks it went something like this.
Apart from that, we still have yet another goal in the first stage of our operation, which is to send the Traveler to the confinement room.
What? Why do we want to get him locked up on purpose?
He's always been the person the sages are most afraid of, as well as the greatest obstacle to their successful implementation of their plan. They are very aware of the risk he poses to them. Once the Traveler is imprisoned, the sages will likely think that everything is under control. And with their guard down, the next phase of our plan will have a much higher chance of success.
I can already see the pompous looks on their faces.
Oh, that's a super tricky plan. But Paimon still thinks it's not really worth it.
That isn't the only reason, of course. He has a more important task once he's in confinement. According to the Academia scholars in Ramon's custody, Lesser Lord Kusanali has sealed off her consciousness in the Akasha ever since she was captured by the Doctor. That way, they can't pry any more information from her. Even if we break into the sanctuary of Surasthana, it will take time to awaken Lesser Lord Kusanali's consciousness. We need to do that in advance.
So our job is to wake up Nahida! Okay, totally worth getting thrown in jail for.
The confinement room is inside the Academia, close to the sanctuary of Surasthana. It's a completely enclosed space, and you won't be receiving any visitors. I'll work with Ramon's scholars to make some modifications to your Akasha terminal. Once you're in, get as close as you can to Lesser Lord Kusanali and try to connect to her consciousness. However, as for whether she'll actually wake up, that will depend on our luck.
Oh, no wonder you've been wearing your Akasha terminal today. It's the one that Alhaitham modified. Paimon thought they'd take our Akasha terminals when they locked us up in here. Were they being careless? Alright, so what now? Sounds easy enough. We can finally talk with Nahida after all this time. Let's do it. There's a light flashing on your Akasha terminal. It's almost like... the faster it blinks, the better the signal.
Nahida! Hey, Nahida!
When did it first start? Oh, right. It started from the moment I was born. I want to become a worthy archon. So I've kept studying. Kept listening to my people and their hearts. Kept looking for a way to save Irminsul. So I can catch up. Catch up to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But I'm stuck in the sanctuary of Surasthana. The sages are creating a god to replace me. And I'm forced to lock my consciousness in this boundless darkness.
Nahida! Nahida!
It's so quiet here. Now that I think of it, I don't think I've ever actually listened to my own inner voice. Do Archons have them? Should Archons have them? Have I been doing the right thing? Am I really not needed? How do I really feel about all of this? It's so quiet here.
Since you're the god of wisdom, you've known the answers to all these questions since the very beginning, haven't you?
Who are you? Whose voice is that? It sounds familiar. You're right, though. I won't ignore my own voice anymore.
Nahida! Nahida?
Did you wake me up? Thank you. Why are you here?
We're here to rescue you. Are you alright?
I'm fine. It's just... when I think of everything that's happened to me, I feel really angry now.
You should have been angry ages ago.
Huh? Oh, you're back! How's everything? That's wonderful news! Great! We weren't locked up for nothing! When you went to wake up Nahida, Paimon was listening for any sounds outside. You were out for a long time. There are fewer and fewer scholars going about now. You think everyone's done with their Nyagarbha Day stuff? Yep, so that means our next act is Nilu's performance!
Nilu, are you sure about this? You're taking such a great risk for them.
I'm sure, and I'm going. You know that I don't like to pass up any opportunity to dance, and this one is especially important.
All right. You seem to have a lot of trust in them, so I won't say more on the subject. But if anything happens, the few of us here may not be able to help you.
Don't worry. They've been through worse. Everything's going to be fine.
All right. You know, if you really do get arrested, we'll do everything we can to get you back. Be careful, even if it's only for our sakes.
Thanks, Mr. Zubair. You're so very kind.
Nilu, how's it going? Nervous?
Definitely more than usual. But it's because I'm worried I won't dance well enough.
It's okay. Just focus on your performance. We'll take care of everything else.
You sure know how to talk. Taking all the credit, even though we came here together to help out.
Well, thank you both. I'll have to treat you to a meal after all this ends. I really, really appreciate all of your help.
Ooh, that sounds great. Huh? How can we say no to that?
All right, let's get back to business. Nilu, we'll be here to keep people from going to the academia so they don't interrupt your performance.
I was planning on telling them something like, the Academia's been conducting a weird experiment, and some of their test subjects escaped. It's really dangerous there, so stay away.
Oh, you couldn't think of anything better? Oh well, I guess it does sound like something the Academia would do.
I think it sounds great. I'm counting on you guys.
Don't worry, it'll be a piece of cake.
Hey, Nilu! Sorry, it's great to see you, but I'm really busy right now. Our Bait People Away with Yalda Candies plan is working beautifully. Do you want some candy? We have more than we can give out.
Vihar, thank you so much for doing all of this. And even dressed up as the Knight of Flowers, no less. I'll pass on the candy, though. I cut back on sweets in the period leading up to a performance, and I'm about to start one.
You have a point. The stage is cleared and everything's ready, so you can start your performance at any time.
Yeah, thanks to you. I'm really grateful. All right, time to hit the stage.
You're welcome. The honor's all mine, since I'll have such a great view of the show.
I've never seen a performance like this. This is incredible.
Yeah, but I heard that public performances like these have been banned. I can't believe she's doing this here.
Grand Sage, there's some commotion outside.
How uninteresting. Issue the new Prohibition Act from the Akasha to the guards. They'll know what to do.
Do you think we should, like, stop her?
Let's just watch for a little bit longer.
Did you hear that? It sounds like a lot of guards just ran by. Does this mean the plan has moved on to the next stage? Yep. It's great that everything seems to be going well. Come to think of it, when did Alhaitham replace the knowledge capsule that was about to be entered into the Akasha? Oh, so that's when he did it! Paimon was too nervous to notice. Speaking of, didn't Alhaitham also yoink the divine knowledge capsule from that mercenary leader in Port Ormos when everyone else was distracted? It's a time-tested trick of his. Why are we complimenting him? Yeah, he's smart and all, but he still makes Paimon's blood boil. Let's review our plan for this stage again. It's not like we have anything else to do right now anyway, and it'll help us feel more confident. Paimon remembers that Nilu's task was supposed to go a bit like this.
Now that Lesser Lord Kusanali's consciousness has been forcefully sealed, the core figures of the Academia and their guards have started to wear their Akasha terminals again. With the Doctor's technological support, they think they have nothing to fear.
How despicable of them to rely on such a person.
But this is also our chance. I was originally asked to draft the knowledge capsule for the Artistic Performances Prohibition Act when I was still at the Academia. It should be on the Grand Sage's desk right now, and will be entered into the Akasha during the next Nyargarbaha Day.
Are they really going to stop all artistic performances? That's horrible!
I'll make an identical knowledge capsule, but this time, I'll smuggle some misleading information into it. We only need to find an opportunity to switch the capsules. Once it's been entered into the Akasha on Nyargarbaha Day, if someone were to be seen performing in public, the sages would definitely use that opportunity to announce the ban, and so the misleading information will be disseminated amongst the guards.
Sure sounds complicated, but it seems like if everything goes well, we'll be able to get rid of all the guards in the academia without any effort. That's pretty clever, getting right into their heads. I just have one question. Even if we manage to get the misleading info out to the guards, how can we be sure that they'll believe it?
People who are used to relying on the Akasha become less inquisitive, and their ability to distinguish truth from misinformation is significantly reduced. They will view everything the Akasha releases to them as the unequivocal truth.
The Akasha will turn humans into machines. I've seen it happen many times.
Yikes. Good thing I didn't wear it for long when I was working in Sumeru City. At first, I thought it was a good thing, too. By the way, this plan still requires a performer, right?
Do you have someone in mind?
Nilu of Zubair Theater. I know her really well. We can trust her. I'm kinda hesitant to ask her to participate in a dangerous plan like this, but we can ask her in person.
All right. After the guards and the academia are gone,
then it'll be time for me and my stowaway brothers to shine. Here they come. Did you see that, Raman? They came out from the academia in droves.
After laying low in the city for so long, this is the moment we've been waiting for. My brothers have already sprung into action.
We couldn't do anything to them inside their coop, but outside the academia, this is our hunting ground.
With a lioness like you, the prey sure won't be able to run far.
We still need to eliminate the guards as soon as possible. If we give the sages enough time to realize what's happening, the plan's doomed.
Yeah, all they've done is to sit on their cushy salaries and twiddle their thumbs all day while we fought and struggled every day in the desert. The only advantage they might have is their numbers.
Speaking of which, most of the guards who report directly to the Six Sages belong to the Corps of 30, but they have a completely different reputation. Following those blasted sages every whim, throwing away all the principles of being a mercenary. As someone in the same profession, I'm obligated to teach them a good lesson today.
Indeed, the trap has been set. All we need to do is lead them there.
All right, let's each take a road and herd those scattered guards back into one place. Make sure to attract their attention. Isak will be the key.
You gave such an important task to that child. Will he be okay?
It'll be fine. Isak was so determined to help, so let's put our faith in him. Besides, even if he's caught, the guards would be too scared to do anything to him. They've never seen Lesser Lord Kusanali in person, after all.
You've got a point. Anyway, I think I see them coming. Let's head out.
Good luck.
This outfit.
Hey, do you remember what you need to do, Isaac? When the guards get here, you'll pretend to be Lesser Lord Kusanali and run away from them.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Of course I do. I'm just a little nervous.
Relax. Don't think about getting caught. Even if that happens, we won't leave you behind. You only need to think about getting the guards' attention and leading them to the Grand Bazaar. Leave the rest to us.
Okay, got it. I'm here to pay back Lesser Lord Kusanali for helping Grandpa. I won't get cold feet.
Hey, they're here. I can see the Academia guards.
All right, it's time, Isaac. Take a deep breath and go. You can do this.
Why is there a guard over there? Did he already run ahead of me? This is different from our plan. But there's no time. I need to make a choice.
Huh? Did I just see something dart by? I'd better go have a look. Were my eyes playing tricks on me? I should go check to see if someone's hiding over there. There seems to be nothing here.
Good thing they didn't find me. I was close. I'd better hurry and keep going.
Hey! Lesser Lord Kusanali's over there! Stop!
What? Lesser Lord Kusanali?